और बहुत कुछ होने में इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा, ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
are extremely delighted to see a lot of people, guests join us a special webinar today. This is an exclusive webinar which we are presenting today from the House of Franchise India. So we warmly welcome each one of you, and we would like to thank you for the precious time taken out to join this webinar at 5 p.m. today. This is an invitation to join Franchise India as a business partner. So we would be taking you through 1 hour session, which is webinar, today's webinar. And in this webinar, we have Q&A box at the, please use Q&A box during the webinar, wherein you can share your thoughts or your any query and question you have.
Sanjay, we can't hear you. So let me take the lead. Friends, very good evening to all of you, and I welcome you all to the Independent Franchise Consultant webinar. In fact, this is a program to associate as a channel partner of Franchise India. And before we get started, I'll also request all our friends who have joined in to also use the Q&A box. Any questions that you have, you can put that in the Q&A box and we'll answer these questions live for you. And also, we would like to, know a little bit about your profile, where you joined in from. So I'll do a small Q&A with you and you can answer that. But let me set the perspective. Are you there, Sanjay? Can you speak now?
Yes, yes, I'm there. So
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, it got disconnected. There was some internet glitch. Thank you very much for coming in and taking it up. So friends, Franchise India, I was talking about this webinar. So this is an invitation for everyone to become the partner of Franchise India as a business partner. But since it's a consulting business, so we are looking forward for like-minded people who have passion to start a consulting as a practice. So Franchise India is a trusted advisory platform how to start your own business. So we are there for last 27 years. We are servicing the nation with one side investors, one side brands, and what we do, we collaborate, we match make. So Franchise India is a matchmaking platform, and we help investors to take a informed decision how to get them into business. We help them, handhold them to select a right opportunity for them. So broadly, if I talk about the Franchise India platform, we have three formats. One is the investments. So we bring investments from the investor side, we help them to invest in the right business. Second is scaling up. We help businesses and brands to scale their business from territory to territory and from location to location and from different markets to help them to increase the network in franchising. So it's a network which we are building for businesses through franchise route. Third is we are talking about it as a resale. Resale would mean that we also help existing business owners or franchise owners who want to come out of the existing business. We also help them with an investor to get in and to sell that business. It's a resale business. So these are largely three formats which we have. Franchise India have created our network in 97 cities in India. And also we are already in 10 countries, and we also have a vision to go for 20 countries, which is we called as a G20 of franchising. So we have to enter 20 countries in next 2 years. We are already in 10 countries, and this webinar also today is live in Bangladesh, in UAE markets, and also Nepal market in some other markets. So we have invited guests and the prospects and to be Franchise India partners from different markets, as we are also looking forward to enter into different markets through the same model. So as I said, we have question answers Q&A box in this. Please use this Q&A box during the webinar, and we do not have any opportunity to raise your hand, or you can speak in between. So that is what this webinar is all about. So that's why Q&A box is open for all of you to share your thoughts, share your questions and queries, and we also will have some questions wherein we will also would like to know who has joined us today, where from you are coming, which city you are coming, because this opportunity is open in some cities in India. As we said, we have already structured this and developed this network in 97 cities already. But there are few cities which we are looking forward to start immediately, because the expansion is limited to some cities who will be asking you which city you are from, which country you are from, and what is an opportunity there. So Franchise India, this webinar, what is a Franchise India journey so far? So how we have come across this journey last 27 years, what we have done, and why exactly was a requirement to start this brokerage business. Second, we will be talking about industry, as in franchise industry, how big is this, and what is now we are talking about next 10 years, 20 years, what is the growth, and how is Indian market really ready for companies who are internationally and looking forward for India as a market. Third, we'll be talking about today's opportunity, independent franchise consultant, how you can join Franchise India, what is this independent franchise consulting model all about, what is the financial model for you, how you can start your earning, and how you can jump to the next level, and what is the growth structure. And we'll also talk about the payout structures, how you are going to do that, and what we exactly offer after once anybody is on board with us. Before we go ahead for the next part, we'll be also introducing you with the panel today. That's very important, that who is there on panel. We have invited some of our regional heads. My name is Sanjay. I'm CEO Director of Franchise India Consultants Private Limited, wherein all independent franchise consultants are registered within this private limited company, which is a part of Franchise India Group. Along with me, I have my regional heads and the management team. We have Mr. Shaktivel. He has joined us from Chennai. He is in Chennai. He is looking after Tamil Nadu market and Kerala market along with Kapil in his team. He has a team also further in his branch, and further they are looking for working with all the IFC partners. That's a support function which we have created to help our partners to grow their business in their territories. We also have Sanket. He has joined us from Ahmedabad office. So we have office in Ahmedabad. He takes care of Gujarat as a market. And Mukul has joined us from Pune. Shweta has joined us from Mumbai. And also we can see Isha joined us from Delhi office. And Bimal has joined us from East, which is there in Kolkata. And he takes care of Nepal and Bangladesh market as well. Along with, we have Miss Sonia Chaudhary. She is Managing Director of this business, brokerage business, which we are talking about now. We are looking forward for expansions further. And she will talk about today's webinar to set the perspective of this webinar and also at large. She will help us to understand the journey, a little bit on journey side, and also will give us some understanding about the industry, how it is now growing, and what is an opportunity for all of us to grow together in this format. So first, I'll invite Ms. Sonia to get this perspective and also to welcome you all once again. Thank you very much for joining in, and please take it over now from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. And friends, very good evening once again. Like I said, this is a program to associate as a channel partner with Franchise India. And Franchise India runs multiple companies and the business under Franchise India Group. And this particular opportunity is for the business of brokerage that we run in about 97 cities in India and about 11 countries. So I'll take you through a little bit on what our company is all about, the industry of franchising, and then we'll come to who can actually qualify to become an independent franchise consultant. Now, as you see, our channel forms a very critical part of our business, and also it takes most of our time share. If you see on the webinar, we have the leadership who has joined from across country, and also the management of Franchise India. So it's important to spend time to explain who we are, our business and group companies. And so I'll start with saying the initiative or the basic premise for us to start this program of IFC has been to work with entrepreneurs like yourself as our partners who also come with the skill set and also, more importantly, I would say, time and intent to further drive entrepreneurship. And co-driver and the foundation of our company, Franchise India, and our business at large has been entrepreneurship ever since we started. I'm also pleased to tell and inform all of you that the community of our IFC channel partners is becoming bigger day by day. And that is also because the business opportunity overall and the market size is also becoming, and it continues to become bigger. And we believe that we need more deeper and also larger distribution through entrepreneurship program to capture this opportunity. So if you look at the environment today and how entrepreneurship is also picking up today, more and more people are starting their entrepreneurship journey and buying businesses than they were buying maybe 5 years back, 10 years back, 15 years back, 27 years back when we started our company. And equally, on the supply side, equally, there are more and more companies who are expanding via franchise route than they were 2.5 decades back. So this is not going to stop here because the space is, like I said, only going to get bigger. There are more entrepreneurs today and aspiring to be entrepreneurs than in the history of entrepreneurship globally. Hence, we have always worked to develop our capabilities as a company in terms of the solutions that we offer and equally the capacities through the distribution to stay ahead of the curve. And I would say we had a very enriching journey past 2.5 decades since our start in 1999. And we've come a long way to capture a staggering 90% market share in the industry of franchising, bringing solutions to this ever-growing industry and the very dynamic franchise industries, I would put that. Started from a small city, one city, and today 97 cities we currently are present in. And there are 11 international markets where we have our current presence, and also larger number of cities in India and many international markets outside India is also represented by a lot of our IFC channel partners. And like I said, there's a bigger market share, which is 90% market share, staggering. And this is also because of the architecture of how our business has been. And we also hold a very strong brand equity, which we have been able to sustain over a period of the last 2.5 decades. We are a fully integrated franchise solution company, and we are the largest franchise development company globally in the world. And when I say the largest development company, I would also like to say that we also have a title which says that nobody sells more business than Franchise India, which is trademarked by Franchise India. And the distribution company, as we have a uniform spread across India, international markets. Now, today, Franchise India is a trusted advisor to many of, I would say, India's most influential and most respected business houses on one side. And on the other side, a very strong community of business buyers or investors, entrepreneur community, who in fact interacts with us through our well-structured 4 larger platforms, which are, in fact, have been created not only for us, which has created a very big entry barrier for anyone to do what we currently do, but at the same time, also offering a very strong value proposition to the entire community of franchising. And like Sanjay spoke about, there are 4 large platforms which includes our media business. So it's a media platform where investors, companies come and the opportunities represented through our exhibitions, through our magazines and our events. The media platform has created a very robust ecosystem, that keeps the entire community connected, where investors who are looking to start a business and even companies who want to expand their footprint, be it a city, state, within India, overseas, they can interact with us through these platforms. And we run about 120 large exhibitions in India. The biggest of all exhibitions that we do every year is our flagship event that we do every year in Delhi. And this is a show that brings in about 45,000 people from India and also overseas market, and about 600 companies from India and nearly 12 international countries come and participate in this exhibition. And also in this year, we are doing 20 international exhibitions outside India, where companies, investors from all these global markets come and represent themselves. So that is the platform of events. We also run some of the leading publications in the industry, which includes one of the most prominent international publication called Entrepreneur, which is an American company, and Franchise India is their partner for entire Asia, in India and the entire Asia. The second publication is Franchising World, which is our own publication, which we started way back in 1999. And Retailer is our third publication. So these are our three print publications, which kind of address the requirement of the communities. And also the website of Franchise India, which is franchiseindia.com. I'll request, if you've not been to the website, please, we'll share a link of that. Go through the website. There are nearly 16,000 companies who are there on the website of Franchise India, which interact with more than 1 million business buyers across India. Our second platform is the Scale platform. Now, this platform is largely been curated where we work with companies, brands, Indian companies, international companies, where we work with these companies to make them franchise ready on one side, where we work with them to create their entire models of their business model, their financial model, their design, legal agreements, and also help these companies further to expand their footprint through the distribution that we have created over the last many, many years. So we also have a strategic partnership with a consulting company called Francop. Francop, again, is an American company. And Francop prepares companies to get into franchising. And this is also the world's largest and the oldest franchise consulting company firm, which is present in about 20 countries. And it is older name than Franchise India. It is 47-year-old company, which has worked with the likes of McDonald's, Hilton Hotels, KFC's, Hershey's. And in India also, I would say we are very proud to work with some of the unicorns, listed companies, some of the blue chip companies, including brands like Reliance, Tata, Adani's. They all would have worked with Francop to consult their business model. And then comes the brokerage business of Franchise India, where we also take an exclusive mandate from brands, companies to represent them to business buyers. And on an average, this part of the business, when I say we take an exclusive mandate to represent them, we do almost about 1,500 crores of gross transaction annually every year through this arm. And third is our investment platform, where a lot of business buyers who want to explore business opportunities based on their investment they want to do, based on their interest in the city that they come from. We, in fact, explore a selection of businesses which are based on their fitment, based by the expert insights and analysis, ensuring a sound investment that also aligns with their life and business goals at large. And finally, our exit platform, which is Business X, that's a separate entity under our group where we work with companies, small businesses, mid-sized businesses who want to exit their businesses for maybe a capital reason. The business needs more capital. It could be succession issues where they don't have anybody to succeed the business after the promoters. So we work with these companies to evaluate them and find a buyer, which could be a financial buyer or a strategic buyer. So friends, the premise, like I said, for IFC program has been to work with entrepreneurs like yourself. Now, not only that we have created this ecosystem and community, but also the opportunity equally to expand this ecosystem and community through partnerships in the form of IFC channel. Now, every day there are new opportunities which are launched on the platform of Franchise India. So almost every day, there's a new opportunity that we launch through our webinars, through our events. So the need is not only just to get bigger, but also, a deeper reach and connect with the community of business buyers. So how do we create these meaningful, purposeful, and profitable partnership was the idea behind this, and equally to help people buy a business and make money. So the model of IFC is largely an asset light model. When I say asset light, it does not require a huge infrastructure to be put in place, but it is intellect heavy, right? So we need people who come with some experience on maybe consulting, and larger part of our channel today, I think 97 cities and international markets, our IFC partners come with huge experience. On an average, our partners would come with an experience of 15 to 30 odd years, who work with us in markets in India and overseas. So what we'll talk about next, and I'll let also Mr. Mare, who's joined, he's the chairman of the group. He works very closely with our partners. And we'll talk about how big this opportunity is. And we also start subsequently with a small Q&A where we understand more about your profiles, what you do, and help us maybe engage better with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonia, and for addressing the audience and friends. Welcome to this very, very special webinar. As Sonia said, my journey started in franchising. So I founded Franchise India and chair all the group companies of Franchise India. And we're very proud that we build a business which is not the largest in India, but the largest in the world. So we're very proud that as an Indian company, we run the biggest multinational franchise consulting firm in the world. Today, we operate in 10 countries and 90 plus cities in India. So friend, this has not come in a day. It has taken about 27 odd years of a lot of hard work by our team members. Some of them you see on the panel today. Obviously, Sonia, she's a managing director of the business, did the business and built this brokerage business for good 20 odd years. And we have Sanjay, who's the CEO and director of the business, which we are actually addressing today as a webinar. And then we have some senior leaders also on the call. So while Sanjay has a full presentation to do, but I'll give you some bits from my side in terms of how this opportunity is and why we are looking for inviting like-minded partners who would become and operate as an independent franchise consultant and operate this business. And this comes from a lot of my own journey, right? So I started as an IFC, right? So my job was, when I started way back in 98, 99, I identified opportunities. Those days I used to live in US. I identified opportunities from America, which were large franchise businesses. And I was very fascinated about the franchise industry in America because the industry was very mature. And every third dollar in America was spent on franchise is still the same, which means that every third dollar, which means that 1/3 of American economy was somewhere influenced by franchising. So I was very impressed by the whole ecosystem of how American economy was growing, how brands were empowering entrepreneurs, because franchising is actually a combination of brands which want to scale, and they empower independent entrepreneurs who become their franchisee and run their business. So I was so impressed that I started as an independent franchise consultant. I went to these brands and said, look, I can take you to different markets, and especially India or the Gulf or Asia. And some of them agreed. And this is how beginning of my career in franchising really happened. When I started the business in India, it was not that easy as it looked, because I had brands, I had credible brands, most of the top known names in America, but I didn't have investors. I didn't know how to get these investors who would be interested in these brands. And that's where the real opportunity started unlocking. And another thing which I got, what I call very excited, and I'm still most excited about that I was able to see a big problem. The problem was people like me who wanted to start a business and didn't have any idea where to go. And this problem was very big, because there were no resources available. There was no exhibition. There was no forum. There was no magazines. There was no data points. There were no consultants where you can go and choose the right business for yourself. Look, if I want to buy a property, there were a million brokers. If I wanted to buy shares of any company or mutual fund or insurance or any other financial product, then there were so many brokers. But when I wanted to buy a business, there is nobody. And so this one problem, and second, helping businesses to scale, these two became very exciting part of what I wanted to do. So on one side, I wanted to help the brands which want to grow to different markets. It can be international brands coming to India, or Indian brands growing within India, or regional brands going regionally expanded. And second problem was, how can I create a platform which I can help people to start their business? And it was so powerful idea that I closed everything I had in past in my other businesses and just focused all my energies in building Franchise India. And this problem, because it was a genuine, real problem, we not only built a very significant business in India, but now globally. And the problem remains same, and the opportunity also remains same. We still, as a platform, do only three things. Two, what I already told you. One, help people to start their business. Second, help companies and brands to scale. And third, which Sonia mentioned, we also help companies or businesses to exit. So if you really ask that how big is this opportunity, let's go one by one. The first, how many people in this country are looking to start their own business and need help? Now, if this answer has to be given in a very generic way, I would say every home has somebody who's looking for that solution. It can be your young son who's graduated, who wants to do business. It can be you who is doing a professional job and coming out of job and looking to start a business. It can be, today I'm sitting in Pune and I met people who came from real estate. A builder came to me who's running real estate and he wanted to buy a business. I got a father who runs a big manufacturing business, got his son and a daughter-in-law to start a business. So we get all kind of people who come there, who has some family member or themselves have a need to start a business. And fortunately, after 27 years, we running this business, there is still nobody in the market who helps people to start a business. I can tell you thousands of companies which are selling, doing financial advisory and helping you to invest into passive investments and so on and so forth. But there is nobody who helps you to start a business. So when you come to us, you can get an opportunities from groups like Reliance or Tatas or Mahindras or likes of them, and you can get investment into enterprise family businesses, and you can invest into even startups. So any kind of active investment which you're looking at, Franchise India can help. And that's what our unique proposition is. And we call ourselves Start Your Own Business Specialist, right? And if you become as independent franchise consultant, you will become Start Your Own Business Specialist. You will help people start their own business. This is so powerful idea that you meet somebody and say, I can help you get into business. He's never going to forget you in life. So that's the first part. The second part is helping businesses scale. Now look at the country like India. We are one of the largest countries to create startups. They all look at scaling their business to next level. It can be a restaurant next door. It can be a salon next door. It can be a gym next door. It can be a jewelry store next door. It can be even seasoned businesses or large established businesses which want to grow. So we help businesses scale through franchising, and India being a so complex market by language, by culture, by religion, by buying behavior, it becomes so very complex that you need to use franchising as a way to grow. So if you look at the spectrum of franchising in this country, you have Tatas and Reliance and Mahindras and likes of these large corporates franchising. Then you have FMCG giants from Unilever to Amul to Mother Dairy doing franchising. Then you have educational institutions from DPS to Eurokids, Kidsy to education structure franchising. Then you have in healthcare from Apollos to Dr. Lal to Metropolis doing franchising. So almost everything you consume today, even a courier coming to your home or somebody who's doing a basic services, which are giving you basic services, or you ordering something from some place, even say a Zapto or a Blinkit or any other quick commerce company. This all is franchising working for you. You might see this might be a quick commerce company. You might see this is a gas station for petrol. You might see an automobile dealership. You might see them in different industries, but this is franchising working for you. And that's why franchising has become a $4.7 trillion global industry. And what is going to happen to India is going to be historic. India would produce the largest number of startups in years to come. That's why our economy, our Honorable Prime Minister also says, would become the third economy in the world. And this third economy is happening because businesses would impact our economy through growth. And second, we will create a phenomenal amount of entrepreneurial environment to empower these entrepreneurs. Franchising is the way to do. So franchising is one of the significant contributors on our economy and our communities. And that's why we were so very excited that this is the right time where we can go out and expand our teams and invite like-minded partners who would work with us as an independent franchise consultant. So that's the second part, scaling companies to grow through franchise. And I have now a vision. Actually, I have two large vision which I'm working on. And this is my passion, or this is what I call my life goal. One is I want to really take Indian brands global. I feel that we have enough. I've also done enough to bring a lot of global brands to India. I've done about 600 brands. But now is a time where Indian companies would go global. So why would we not see on the streets our Tanishq or a Titan or a Fab India or likes of these companies globally available? And I'm very proud that these names I've taken are already global, right? And what stops you not to take many other businesses which would go on the global market? So that's one part. And the second part is democratizing entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur is a right for everyone. Like I can see of my young colleague Mukul, who is from Pune, on the call. So he's young, he might be working with a company today, but tomorrow he decides that I want to start my business. He can do it. He can get funding. He can get the right opportunity, right? And rather, I tell my own teams also, don't work like an employee, think like an entrepreneur, because eventually I would like every single member in working in Franchise India also to become an entrepreneur, because my journey is actually helping people to become entrepreneurs. So that's the structure. So we one side help people to invest into business, second side help companies to scale, and the third is to help people who want to exit their business, also help them to get the right buyer. So this piece, I am, not only confident from the growth or the scalability, but also another thing which I can tell you, nobody can enter this space. It's not that easy to enter, right? A lot of, not that people would have not tried. Done 1,000 franchise shows, so everybody knows Franchise India. So people would have made franchise this and franchise that and try to do it, but they're not able to do it. And there are two reasons for it. And these are the two reasons why our independent franchise consultants who join Franchise India become successful. What are the two reasons? One, when you want to get into this space, one side you need assets which you can take to market, which means you need brands which you can say, I represent that brand, and I can go to the market and present myself. Now, this Franchise India has 1,000 over brands exclusive with us. So to build that portfolio is a life journey, right? Even if I tell somebody to remember 1,000 names, they cannot even remember. To get these companies signed with you with exclusive contracts, and these are not small companies, they're large companies. This has happened because of our life journey, right? It's a 27 years of hours and hours of work, my own personal travel of 25 days every single month, and thousands of meetings we do every single month by our teams and our structures. Then only this results comes in. So today, when you become an independent franchise consultant, you get a privilege to represent all these 1,000 names or brands with all their details, all their business model, financial model, and everything else. The second piece, which is even more difficult, is to get qualified leads. Just now I finished, that's why I got delayed. I finished an investor meeting by a partner of ours who lives in Noida, in Pune, right? So this person actually signed up with my partner, IFC partner in Noida. He is in Pune and one of the top executives in the company who wants to buy a business for his wife. And my meeting was fixed by my partner in Noida. Why it happens? Because there's a brand called Franchise India behind you. People trust you. You can be sitting in Noida and you can still have an investor working with you because their investor knows Franchise India for years and years. We have over 1 crore investors who have dealt with Franchise India in some form or other, which means that they visited my show, they visited my website, they read my magazine, they're a subscriber with us, or they have some kind of a relationship with us. So when you start, you get these two big banks. You get qualified leads, absolutely qualified, called by our teams, filtered down so that you don't waste a single minute. You get top class people coming to you, minimum of 50 every single month, and you get all the brands which you can represent. And you get the methodology, how you can bring these two together. That becomes a business model. And this business model is financially lucrative and also extremely satisfying. Why I say satisfying? Because now you're helping people to really come and solve their problem. People have a lot of doubts, a lot of risk, a lot of clarity issues, a lot of confusions when they are looking to start a business. And you are the one who's going to solve this for them. And second side, it's financially very, very attractive because we are paid by the brand and we are paid by the investor. And this is high ticket deals. So you make a significant money. Even if you did only 2 transactions a month, you can make up to 4-5 lakh rupees a month. So friends, this is a very attractive and financially rewarding opportunity. But I also should tell you, this is not for everyone. And you can see that I will not have 8 or 9 people sitting on this webinar to present this webinar if it was not so important. It is important that we want good partners, and it has to be good partners. So maybe 50 plus people have joined in. I can tell you with my experience, every week we do this webinar, only 1 or 2 really get qualified. A lot of people come and they have desire because it's a low cost franchise business opportunity. People want to start that, but they don't qualify. So my job is to educate people on franchising and independent franchise consultant, but that doesn't mean that you get qualified for this entire thing. But who can qualify? Obviously, I love people who have some kind of professional experience. If they have 15, 20 years of experience, they have gray hair like me, who have some experience to bring in, they have some kind of a, exposure towards that. It works. It works, obviously, because people can trust you, people can understand you. You can also deliver domain amount of your own knowledge base. And more exposure you have, more I like it. Yeah, yesterday I met incidentally one of the persons who told that I was trying to do franchising in 1996. So I laughed with him. He says, if you would have started in 96, you would be the pioneer, neither me. Because people call me that I founded franchising in this country, but this guy would have done it if he would have started in 96. But he had followed that opportunity at that time. So I like people who like that. People have some kind of strategic bend. They love consulting. They have some piece of consulting experience, some kind of professional advisory experience, some kind of a business coaching experience, some kind of a learning and training experience. So I need to have somebody who has some strategic bend towards advisory and consulting. So experience, some bend towards strategic advisory and experience. And third, it needs time, period. So consulting, the only thing you cannot do is it doesn't work without you. Like for my business coaching, I say I coach you that your business can work without you. But consulting is one thing which doesn't work without you. You are the most integral part of that business. I call there are 3 kinds of ROI in any business. The first ROI is return on investment, which is easy. Put money and money works for you. Like become a distributor for Hindustan Livers. If you put 2 crores in your stock, that stock would give you certain return, which can be 14, 15, 16% of your capital return. That's what, because your money is working for yourself. It's just capital, right? Second, and a lot of people like to do that. I'm not a big fan of return on investment businesses because then anybody can do it. Anybody on this earth with any name puts the same kind of money can probably generate similar kind of return, right? It's capital businesses. The second businesses, which I'm a fan of, the other 2, is return on intelligence. That I can create an arbitrage if I'm more intelligent than the next guy, right? And the third is return on involvement. So I'm a big fan of these 2, last 2. I have all my businesses, all my life have actually been the last 2 than the first one. Well, I learned large company now, but it's never been the first one. It's always about the last 2. Bringing the intelligence that you know more than anybody else knows. And the second is that you put more man hours than anybody else. I sometimes joke with my teams and say, look, anybody in my organization, I will work 4 or 5 hours extra than them, right? Which means I will always, every single day, beat them by 3-4 hours by intelligence, right? Because I'm putting extra effort, right? So I'm gathering more information, I'm gathering more knowledge. So you will never have a worry that somebody would take away from entirely. So I need people who have these two things. They are strong believer on their intelligence capability. They continue to learn. Every day before they go to bed, they say, I did something extra today, right? And second, they are extremely hardworking people. They want to really go and make something for their family. They want to do something for their life. They want to make it happen. These are the people I need. And I'm very clear. I want to really personally handpick. Sonia and I work with every single partner. We know where they're coming from. And I can handle the problem. If people come and tell me that, look, I have a cash flow issue, I have this issue, and I have that issue, and I need money to entire thing, we will work hardest to make sure that that person is successful, because but we need that hunger. We need to have somebody who has that hunger to learn, hunger to perform. Like we're very proud that every quarter we do, this contest where people go overseas every quarter. So every quarter we do that. Now this quarter there's a contest going on for Almaty, which is one of the Central Asia countries, and they would go and they were having good time, and company sponsored them, all the IFC partners. And I was seeing the list, people who are running to the top, and the topmost guy is the youngest in the company, right? He's been there, not there in so long in the organization as an IFC partner, because it's just about your attention, your effort, and if you do that, you carry anyway vintage what we have created. So even if you are 5-day-old in the organization, you are backed by a 27-year-old company. And Sonia said we also have Francop, which is world's oldest. So between Franchise India and Francop, we are world's largest and the oldest consulting firm backing you. So that vintage comes with you, that capability, that knowledge, that framework. Everybody, including Sonia, me, Sanjay, everybody comes along with you to have you been successful. But unless and until you have that capability, self-taking initiative, it doesn't work. While we provide you our full support, and what we call the support, we call 4 things. I call MOST, M-O-S-T. M stands for mentoring. First 2-3 months, you need a lot of mentoring, and a lot of effort. Like I tell you, I'm very proud that we're sitting in Pune. I have a large team in Pune, in one of the offices there. And all day I'm doing meetings with whom? My partners who've come from Bombay. I'm doing meetings in Pune with my partners, my 2 IFC partners who specially traveled to Pune to have their meetings. On one side, I'm seeing I have a team which is sitting 15 kilometers from where I'm sitting now. They are not able to get so many meetings, but these people are getting me meetings, and world-class meetings, top class. Why? Because they are self-driven. But I know they need support, they need a lot of mentoring, they need to be working with writing, they have a lot of questions. Sometimes it's a lot of hard work, collective hard work, which has to come in, right? Second, O stands for opportunities. Constant inflow of new opportunities would come. Every day for last 4.5 years, Sonia has launched every single day a new brand. Every single day. Which means that you get minimum of 30 new brands every single month. So it's a huge pipeline of inventory coming to you. And it's relevant, it's never getting fatigued. You're pushing new opportunities in the market. So you're always refreshed. You're always portfolio coming in the top. Like, so if you follow stock market, you know some asset class at some times are very high. Sometimes you invest in banking, sometimes you do infra, sometimes you do cement, sometimes you do consumer goods, sometimes you do something else. So we also are very carefully analyzing our portfolio and trying to bring opportunities. When COVID happened, low-cost opportunities became big. People want to invest small money because they want to do something. As COVID is finished, back to large investments, we're selling Kalyan Jewelers, we're selling large jewelry brands with 30 crores investment, 40 crore investment. So that has come back, right? So environments has how liquidity is flowing, what are the opportunities going on in the market. We are always very, very sensitive on that. So O stands for opportunity. S stands for support. You need a lot of support, from sending the first mail to the proposal drafting, to getting the contracts done, to getting the payments being received. Everything Sanjay and team does efficiently. They support you on an hourly basis of everything. Even once you sold anything, our team works on even recovery of money, getting your money getting to you, All that pieces are handled by us. And the last is training. Training is the key. And we do 3-day residential training where we host you. We organize everything for you. You have to come to our head office for 3-day training. And this 3-day training is exactly 24 hours of a super content and a great practical learning which goes to you. And that training is very important. And then you do every week, 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 8 o'clock joint meeting with all our IIT partners. So friends, this is an opportunity for very few people who are passionate as I am passionate, or Sonia is passionate, and Sanjay. You can wake us up at 2 o'clock in the night and say, you want to talk about entrepreneurship, talk about how can helping businesses to grow. We'll love to do it, because that's what we love doing as a business, as an organization. And this is our value system that we have been fortunate. I always say that been fortunate that I've been given the role to create more entrepreneurs, right? And if you want to be in part of the journey, to be part of the journey to create more and more entrepreneurs in the country, then join us. But evaluate yourself first. Is it fitting your financial goal? Is it fitting your life goal? Is it something which is fitting your passion? It is fitting your work-life balance? Whatever you want to do it. Do your self-analysis. But if you come, you have to come as a confident person who believes that this is something which you always wanted to do. So friends, if you are interested, to reach out to our regional guys or reach out to Sanjay directly. I will let Sanjay put his number directly, because sometimes people say, oh, I was not able to understand much from your regional person, because obviously experience Sanjay has, other would doing that while they're all aggressive young people. But if you want to really talk to Sonia and me, we can set up a meeting next 3 days. We can do a maybe 10-minute meeting, but you have to self-evaluate yourself first, because I'm not going to have a discussion where you don't know this is for you, right? I want answer if you know this is for you, but you want to know it a little better. That's for sure. I can be happy to come on the call. And so Sanjay has put his direct number. You can so you can copy that, just put it on chat box. And you want to reach Sonia or me, reach out to our LinkedIn structure. Both we have profiles on LinkedIn, so you can LinkedIn to us and send your profile, a little bit information. 100% will reply. You have made an effort. You spend 1 hour with us on this webinar, so you deserve that we talk and we share whatever you have, and then happy to have a discussion, or reach out to our respective heads, especially if you are in deep south, which is Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Reach out to Sakti. Sakti Vel is there. He's a very senior leader of south of India. And east, we have Bimal, who's there. And Shweta is there in Mumbai. And Sanket is there in Ahmedabad. And my two young colleagues are there. Mukul is in Pune and Isha is in Delhi. So you can see some very experienced people and some very aggressive young people also on the call. So friends, I will take your leave and give it to Sanjay to run a presentation. But before I go, I'll have a question for all of you. And please, if you can, I'll appreciate if you all answer that question. So introduce yourself, in these 4 profiles. 4 profiles. Carefully understand. If you are a professional, write P. If you are a business owner, write B. If you are a management consultant, write MC. Management consultant, any kind of management consulting experience. And if you're in a career change, which means that you're not currently doing something, or you're over with what you're doing, and now you're looking for a career, write C. P for professional, B for business owner, MC for management consultant, and C for career change. Write on Q&A box so that we are able to understand what brings you here and what is your profile on doing this. And if you have any other question also, please do that. Let me see who's written first. And I always have appreciation for somebody who writes first. And this time is Avinash Sinha. Avinash, you are in career change. Welcome. And then there is Karan Bakshi. Karan, welcome. Then we may have...
Can I also request if you can just put your city also? We would know what location you're coming from.
Yeah, then there's Mr. Kansham. He's a professional. Ramesh Shah, I love to talk to you. You're an MC because you will understand what we are talking about, because consultants relate with consultants very big. We are very clearly. So I will like to talk to Ramesh Bhai, and then we have somebody's name is XYZ. So my advice to people, when you join on any webinar, change the name, and so we know who is talking. So I cannot take your name. So Bhavika, welcome. Bhavika is also looking for an opportunity. Darshan, welcome. Then we have Jayaprakash, is also a consultant. Jayaprakash, love to talk to you. Then we have Bharat from, again, a business owner. Then we have Tarbez. Tarbez, you're in Dubai. I love to talk to you. I'm in Dubai on Monday. We can do that. Then we have Mr. Parmar, Bharat Parmar from Ahmedabad. Again, a great market. Probably one of the top markets in India by liquidity, stability of businesses, micro business growth, startups. Everything is going on in Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is high on energy at this stage. Siddharth from Bangalore. Siddharth, love to talk to you. Then we have Yogesh from Pune. Yeah, Yogesh, if you share everything with Mukul today, I would be having a smart slot, 10 minutes in the morning, and I can meet you. But share your profile first with Mukul, and then we can set up 10-15 minute meeting if your profile matches something, because you're a management consultant. So that's why I'm saying it might have some correlation. But Mukul would talk to you after this call, and then he will share your profile. And if there is meeting of mind, then we might have a short slot tomorrow. I'm quite packed up because I have a afternoon flight, but I love to catch up with you. Karan Bakshi, Gurgaon. Karan, let's have a discussion. Mr. Gulam is there. FIHL is in Rajkot. Again, a great market. We are launching 5 top brands of Rajkot, top class. And I'm looking for a top partner, strong partner who can work with me. One, the brand is very high ticket, top ticket brand of Savrasht, and we are taking that opportunity. Then we have another Samsung who's a management consultant. So I apologize, I cannot know your name, but then we have Pratul, who's a business owner, and then we have Pratul from Guwahati. So great. So all of you are great people and very interactive. Great to have you on this webinar. Stay for another 10 minutes. Sanjay has his slot to go. I normally come and tell that I will come only for 10 minutes and end up taking the biggest chunk, which is not good. So, but you can see it's my passion, and this is what I do for living. And sometimes it has to be difficult to stop me if I continue to go on. But I think I should be sensitive on time. So Sanjay can take the discussion ahead and show you how it financially works, how you do that. And leaders, please reach out to your respective members and talk to them and understand their profile. And if it works, I have next 2 days open slots, and I can put some slots on that. And if you are serious about what you want to do, we are very serious about you. And we'll also hosting the first training as a next month training coming in the first week of the May. And we have also a mega show coming on 18th and 19th, which is the world's largest franchise show. And if you join the bandwagon, this would be a great time for you to launch, because you will be full with a lot of inquiries and a lot of businesses and a full-time exposure, which takes years to come. You will get in just that 2 days. So thank you very much. Thanks for your time today, and keep coming to Franchise India webinars. You don't see me that often, but Sonia comes every day on a one webinar at 12 o'clock. So you can be part of different opportunities with Franchise India, and also keep engaging Franchise India on social handles and places like that. So thank you very much for your time. Over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you, sir. We have 3 guests who have raised their hand, Mr. Reddy, Mr. Manohar, and one Miss or Mr. Hafiz Hazifa. So I would request you to use the Q&A box and share your thoughts and your queries in the Q&A. We will for sure take your name, because hand raising is not an option in this webinar. So please use Q&A box and share your queries and questions in the Q&A box. So please be there for next 10 minutes. I'll take you through a few slides of the presentation to give you some overview of how franchising, how it is going to work for you, what's the monetization model, and what we offer, and how is the payout structures for you. first slide says what is franchising. So that we have discussed, it is $4.7 trillion industry, still growing, and that's we have already discussed. We'll be talking about franchise sector by sector. So we have discussed this. All the major sectors, all the categories are now franchising, and then there are a lot of new categories, now new concepts which are coming into franchising, because franchising is the only viable model for expansions, because expansion would happen because when you have understanding that you want to grow as a company, as a business. So when you want to grow, there's an expansion you have to do, and you have to go to new markets, you have to take new products. If you have to go to new markets, then the viable and sustainable business model would be franchising, wherein we will find the right partner for you to sign with them as a franchisee, and then your franchisee, your partner, will take your business in that city further. So there are so many categories which have recently evolved. If you have seen, automobile is a very, very large category. Now we have EV segment also. Now these EV vehicles, which is two-wheelers and three-wheelers, they are also offering franchise. All the commercial vehicles in three-wheeler segment are also now coming into franchising, because they want franchise partner in every city so that they can sell their products in every city. And then you have seen, if it's the EV segment, so then there will be charging stations also, which is required. So that's also franchised. And this is all going for city to city. And Franchise India is proudly associated with so many companies across this category also. Then we will be talking about what we offer as when you join us as a franchise partner, independent franchise consultant. So we offer you tablet. So tablet would mean T stands for technology. We will give you a CRM created for you, and this CRM would have all the database which we'll be giving in the CRM. We'll also create a unique email ID, which is a franchise in their domain email address for you, so that you can use this to represent Franchise India, because you become Franchise India when you join us. So your email address will represent you as Franchise India, and you will send all the emails to all your clients from the same email address. A stands for access to the infrastructure, would mean that we have given complete access of our infrastructure everywhere. Like someone was from Gurgaon. So if you are nearby in Gurgaon, you can come to our office. You want to use our office for meetings or a full day, full access is being offered to all partners. Someone is in Pune. So Pune, we have office in Kharadi. It is in World Trade Center, which is a proud owner of that center. So it's our own office in Pune. We have our own branch there. We have team there, and you are fully accessible to use our office for daily meetings, and our team will also help you for the joint meeting, and you can also be there full day having your own station, and all the investments done by Franchise India. So likewise, we have offices across. You have full access to use our offices. Like today, also we have Mumbai, we have a lot of IFC partners there in office, and they have a meeting together and some kind of training which is happening, and then we give them a lot of understanding about the new products and new businesses which we are taking on board. And then you can also invite any of your client to the office, and then our team members and regional heads will help. B stands for brands. As we discussed, that we have a huge portfolio of brands and businesses on board, which are startups, mid-segment, and also large corporates. So we are proudly associated with Tata. We are proudly associated with Reliance, Adani's, Bata. These all brands we drive exclusive, and all the other businesses also they are with us. So these all the brand list is also available. So we have our own partners, have Franchise India partners have got full access to these brands, which you can sell further to investor as per the requirement. But we create your brand portfolio because we understand it's not easy to have 1,000 brands to drive. We don't do that way. Though this is the list which is available for you. If any investor is asking you, you can just open the list and you can talk about these are the brands in this, and the category wise also we can filter, investment also we can filter. So we have a right match to every investor in our list. And if there is any brand which is not there in the list, for example, there's a need and requirement from any investor and looking forward for some kind of a business, we have that capability of getting that opportunity for that investor also. Leads, we are very open in saying that we have given you complete lead system is from the Franchise India. We have around 1 lakh new investors who are coming in Franchise India contact every month. So we have a huge lead portfolio, but we are giving 50 minimum guarantee leads to each IFC partner every month. These are all investors who are looking forward for some kind of opportunity. They want hand holding, they want someone to help them. So we are sharing 50 minimum leads to each IFC partners every month. Alongside that, when we are building up your and creating your brand portfolio that you want to drive these 3 brands in a month, we give you training, we give you leads, which are fresh leads generated from the new campaigns and new investments, which is done by Franchise India, would be also given to all the IFC partners as per the brands you drive. There is no investment. So we were charging before the COVID time, but after COVID time, we are not even charging even a single rupee for generating any leads or for any other promotional activity. Nothing is being done by our partners. It's all supported through Franchise India platform. And we also have EE stands for events. So what does that mean? Means that we have around 20-25 events every month, which we are organizing, wherein Franchise India is investing in terms of inviting brands, inviting investors, because these are all investors who have, first they have to pay and then they will be attending our event. This is all done by our backend team. We invite investors, and also the venue, the costing and marketing and everything will be done by Franchise India. So all my partners have got full access to use this platform in their cities and also out of city. Also, wherever you want to travel, you can have full access to use our platform to do the business in those events. T stands for training. As we discuss every month, we have a new batch coming to our corporate office for 3 days extensive training program. It's a physical training in our corporate office, Delhi. It will be 3 days every month. And when we are talking about 3 days, so what we are proposing that you are coming to Delhi corporate office, only coming is on your side. Rest, all your accommodation, all the pickup and drop and food and everything will be done by Franchise India. You don't have to bear any cost out of this. Only you have to come to Franchise India corporate office, and these trades will be given well before time so that you can also plan well. And we have already last batch 7th, 8th, and 9th April. They were in our office and they have taken the training, and now their business is already started. So likewise, there are now new partners who are onboarded and few are in the process. Once we create a new batch, so next month, first week, it will be largely on a weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Invite to our corporate office where we will give you a complete understanding of business and the corporate business and all verticals and businesses what we have across, to give you a complete understanding on that. But overall, largely the fundamentals of Franchise India, the process of the business, how to do this will be all done by management itself. That's what tablet would mean for us. And what is the proposed structure of your growth ladder? So the structure of an IFC is that when you joined us, you will join us at IFC Basic, which is when we are talking about you are at the entry point. So you join us as an IFC entry point. So it's IFC partner. At IFC Basic level, when you join, we have certain percentage for you to become a shareholder of certain percent, which is my next slide. And since every person is unique, every investor is unique, every partner is unique, and somebody is bringing in a different capability, someone is different experience. And as we discussed, that our business is return on involvement. So someone is giving more time, will have to grow faster, and someone want to create a benchmark that I want to go to the next membership, which is IFC Elite, in a month, in 2 months, 3 months. I want to put my full time in this business. That's also which is going to help you, because if you are touching 15 lakh rupees revenue, overall revenue, which is revenue to Franchise India through you, or you do 15 deals, whichever is coming earlier, because we are into businesses, we are into deals, we are into matchmaking. So we do deals. Deals would mean when we sell any franchise opportunity to any investor, when an investor is paying some token amount to any brand through us, that is the deal which we talk about. So if you're doing 15 deals or 15 lakh rupees revenue, because there are many revenue products, it can be coming from the deal, it can be coming from other product as well. So if it is having 15 lakh rupees revenue or 15 deals, which is coming earlier, you will also be promoted as IFC Elite. It can be 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. Then IFC Pro when you hit 50 lakh or 30 deals, and then IFC Master when you hit 1 crore rupees revenue. And likewise, it will change your entire system in terms of your percentage, your revenue cycle, and because you have jumped into the next level and the next level and the next level. How it is going to change that is my next slide, which is saying that payout structure, how you are going to get. So at base level, you will get 40% share. So would mean you are my share partner, which is 40% share partner, and then you are my 50% partner at FC Elite member. You get 50, we'll get 50. Pro member, you will get 60, we'll get 40. And at master, you will get 70%. We get 30%. But the best part is, even at 40% or 70%, you don't have to invest anything in terms of marketing, promotions, lead generation, even creating an event, all done by Franchise India. So at 70% also, we still continue giving you all the support in between to help and propose you, support you, anything which is we do it at 40%. Same we will be doing at 50 also, then 60 also, then 70 also. And we will give you complete understanding on the products which we have in terms of revenue products. So as we discussed, we have worked with one side investors, one side we have brands. So we do matchmaking in both. You see, I stands for investor, B stands for brands. We will discuss it more, in a lengthy way, in a very, maybe we can give you another round of discussion when we present this opportunity to you to have understanding on the product line. But this, since we have some time constraints, so I'll take you through, but giving you some understanding. Rest our heads and everybody will do in the other discussion which we have one-on-one. So I stands for investor would mean we are working one side investors, and there are two products from I, which is investor, and two products from B, which is brand. So IA would mean investor acquisition, because we are consulting company, we are advisory company. We do not work free for anyone. We take investor also on board, brand also on board. If there is any new business or brand looking forward to hire us to develop the franchise network for them, we onboard that business or brand with us. And this is all done by our partners. And if there is any investor which is there in our system, we spoke, and then we will take him on board, and then we will start finding a right match for each IFC, each investor. So when we take on board an investor, that becomes IA, which we call as investor acquisition. So there is a fee he has to pay us to hire us to give him complete consulting service. And when we do service, would mean that we help and find a right match. It may take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months also sometimes. And that time, when the LOI is done, the token amount is being paid to that brand. That time we will give you complete understanding on the service fees which we charge you as from the investor. So when we take investor on board, so as it is low opportunity, if they are looking forward for up to 20 lakh rupees category, so we charge 25,000 rupees as investor onboarding, and then we charge 50,000 rupees as investor service fees. Would mean any investor who is looking forward to work with Franchise India, hire Franchise India to find a franchisee opportunity for him or her. So Franchise India would take 75,000 total if opportunity is up to 20 lakh rupees. Any investor looking up to 20 lakh rupees invest, and we will charge him 75,000. But we have it in two parts. First, we'll take 25,000 to register with us to get KYC done. Then we start servicing and start finding out, give some opportunities and options. Then we will charge service fee as 50,000 when the deal is closed. And at the same time, we have brands, as I said, brand onboarding, we call it as BD, business development. And then there's a BS, which is brand service fees, whichever franchisee from the brand side we have sold to any investor, brand also have to pay us a success fees we called as brand service fees, which is BS. On these three products, we offer 40% to our IFC partners. Now, for example, if we have investor on board, let's assume it's a low cost. He is talking about only up to 20 lakh rupees an investment. Let's start from the basic. And this example will help you to understand your payout. So for example, there's a 10 investors every month we are working with. And these 10 investors you have taken on board with the basic, which is 25,000 only. So 10 into 25,000 becomes 2.5 lakh, which will come to Franchise India. So your share is 40% out of this 2.5 lakh. So after a month, when the business is closed, month is closed. So we also have a professionally managed company, and we have businesses which we do monthly wise as a closing is happening. And we do complete month closing, and the report is being shared to finance team. In the first week of the next month, the payout will go to our IFC partners. And what payout they will get? If they have taken, suppose 10 investors on board, and we have done 25,000 rupees as a investment from Franchise India side, which is investor acquisition cost. So this 2.5 lakh rupees will give you 40% of payout. That would mean 1 lakh rupees will go to you, 60% is Franchise India share, wherein all the marketing, lead generation, everything is done by us only, and support of getting these investors on board is also done by our team. And then we start servicing these investors. So someone will get closed next month, and then it will take a month, 2 months, 3 months. So but it is confirmed, it is guaranteed that investor is on board with you, and the deal will happen. There is a sure shot highest amount which will come, which is 50,000 minimum in case of 25,000 rupees as IA fee. So this IS fees of 50,000 rupees, again, you will charge to all these 10 investors. That becomes 10 into 50,000. It will become 5 lakh rupees. And your share is again 40% out of that, which would be 2 lakh rupees will go to you, and 3 lakh rupees will come to Franchise India. That's a 60% of Franchise India. And at the same time, if all these investors have taken now brands and business through you, and brand will also pay us a success fees depending on the business to business, opportunity, brand to brand. A business fee, brand servicing fee is also different from each brand to each brand. It can be single brand, franchise has been sold, or it can be different brands as well. So in this brand servicing fees, it is fixed on the agreement which we do at the time of brand onboarding, which is 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh. In some cases, we have 10 lakh, 15, 20 lakh rupees also, because then there is a different opportunities from different brands, what they offer, and depending on their investment and the business model. So suppose we are talking about the minimum 2 lakh rupees, each brand will pay to us as a BS fee. So all these 10 transactions which has been done into 2 lakh rupees each will become 20 lakh rupees from the BS side of it. And what is your share? 40%. You'll again get 40% of this 20 lakh, which is 8 lakh rupees will go to you, and the rest 12 lakh rupees will come to Franchise India. So means if you have done 10 investors on board, it is guaranteed that you will get IS amount also, you will get BS amount also. And the same pattern, same system, you will do next month also, every month. It's a routine. So you will do every month same. Sometimes you can do 10, you can do 5, you can do 1, you can do 2. That would all depend on your involvement. That's why we said we have a growth ladder. Somebody can put more time, want to grow faster, want to earn more. You can set your benchmark for your earning also. And the other product, which is BD, brand on board, business development, there is no bar how many businesses you can take on board. Would mean that how you can take on board, if you have seen any reference, like for example, our chairman sir was talking about, He is in Pune today, attending some meetings which our IFC partners have arranged. Now there will be some brand onboarding, there will be some investor. He is meeting them and helping them to convert. Now suppose there is a BD brand onboarding lead business. They are looking forward to expand through franchising. So we help. How we help, that we will give an understanding that how we are going to work for you, how we'll make you ready for a franchise, how will we create the complete system and processes for your company before we go to market your opportunity. So that will be all done by us. So we will do servicing part, we'll build your business model, and then all marketing and everything will be doing. So it is for all the brands which we do. That's why there will be 20% in each case, while as in these three products, it is changing from 40, 50, 60, 70. But here it will remain same, because in all the cases, there will be only reference which you can give to us, and then we help you to close. So in this case, brand onboarding case, we have 4 formats. First is 7.5 lakh for any brand to come on board to help them to grow. And then we have 15 lakh, then we have 40 lakh, and then we have 75 lakh. Now you can bring a reference, you can invite them for a meeting. We will help to understand whether we can go for 7.5 lakh, we go for 15 lakh, someone we close for 40 lakh also. So your share will remain 20% of this onboarding fees. Say, for example, you have taken 2 brands on board with the front start, we called as, which is the basic, which is the first level, the lowest one, which is 7.5 lakh plus GST. So 7.5 lakh, 2 will become 15 lakh rupees. If we take 2 brand on board first month, will be 15 lakh, and your share is 20%. 3 lakh rupees will go to you, and rest all franchise in there, because it will go to multiple companies to get them ready for franchise. So likewise, you can do 3, you can do 4, you can do 5. It's you who have to decide this. But we are supporting you to get that brand onboarding. All proposals, presentations, follow-ups, meetings, everything will be done by us. So lead side, first month at the entry point, 50 leads, then it will increase. Then you will get more leads every month. And then CRM, which is one CRM at this first point, and then it will +1, +2, +3 would mean that more members you can also have in your team from your side, but this will keep on increasing. But as far as this business model is concerned, this is one revenue for you, which is payout. Second revenue is that all these businesses and brands who are working with us, we have also negotiated with them, and we have created an incentive structure for our IFC partners. So some companies, they are giving 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, also as an incentive to our partners, because they have brought in a franchisee or the growth to the company, fundraising to the company, and they help to find a franchisee for the brand, and brand is also kept a cash incentive. Whereas all the closing part will do brand himself, only you have to, and we have to only come and be the in between to connect them. The rest brand will close, brand will help you for the closing, and you will also get a cash incentive. And there is no cut from Franchise India side. No part will go to Franchise India out of this, which is cash incentive. Third part is contest. So we have every quarter, we have contest, which is international contest for our partners. So last was Port Blair, before that was Vietnam, and now we have Kazakhstan, which is Almaty, which is in Kazakhstan, which is be April, May, June. And the criteria is also very, very simple, and we help you to qualify for that. So entire investment would be done by Franchise India to sponsor you. You have not even a single penny to invest, apart from shopping you do, but rest all done by Franchise India. But as we discussed, that it is not for everyone. You need to have some capability for becoming a Franchise India partner. That will be a selection call, which we'll be doing after we work with you, understand your profile, you understand everything from our side. You have your own questions, we have our own questions. If at all, our team will see that there is a matchmaking capability. We'll take it to the next level for a 10 minutes introduction with our chairman, And once we are on board, so what is the formality we have to done? There's only one license fees, which is 5.5 lakh rupees plus GST. And that will be only one time to become our partner, because there's a business model and you have to pay license fees to become Franchise India partner. That will be one time. Rest all 3 years. 3 years is the agreement to start with. First term is 3 years, and you don't have to pay anything during these 3 years for events, for brands, for training, for leads, anything and everything, lead generation, promotions, how you can become a brand. We do a full training, we do complete promotions for you. So you don't have to pay anything during these 3 years. This is the only license fees which we charge, though we would have put it at 10 lakh, 15 lakh also, but the idea is to take the right partners on board who can join us and take this legacy further, because it's a 27-year legacy which we have. We are very successful in this business, and any investor, any brand would also like to partner with you and give you that kind of money. And it's a highly rewarding if you are involved. That's the first criteria. Rest, we will also look forward to have one-on-one discussions with each one of you. And as I have also received some inputs from few partners who have joined us today, and we look forward for a one-on-one meeting and discussion with each one of you to take this discussion forward. Till then, since you have given us more than 1 hour, and we have also extended it today, otherwise we restricted within 1 hour. Thank you so much for your time and availability today. And we look forward to have one-on-one discussions. And from our team, from at Franchise India, there's a big thank you and thank you note for each one of you, because still there are a lot of people who have been there, and we really respect your time, and would like to thank each and everyone for this your time, but we will make it meaningful and purposeful for each one of you. So we are also organizing the event in Delhi, as we discussed. It will be 18th and 19th of May. It's a very, very large, world's largest franchise and retail show, wherein 40,000 plus investors will visit to attend this show, and 700 companies will be participating. And Franchise India is inviting all our IFC partners to be part of this, and all the investments also being done by Franchise India for our partners. So please stay connected, and we will look forward to have one-on-one discussion with you. Till then,
Yes,
thank you so much.